What can you do if you're experiencing low mood or depression on hormonal birth control? I'm going to share 5 useful nutrition tips with you. But before we get to that, I want to mention 2 important things. Quick disclaimer, this content is intended for informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis or treatment, so please remember to speak to your doctor about your individual situation. Depression is a serious illness that can sometimes be fatal. So the first thing I want to recommend is that you go to your doctor and maybe get referred to a therapist. And if your doctor doesn't take you seriously, then go to someone who does. There are such huge gaps in science when it comes to women's health, and this is especially true for research on birth control. It really is time that we start listening to women when they talk about how they feel on hormonal birth control, instead of relying on insufficient research to provide all the answers. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of good research out there, but unfortunately it is limited and it doesn't cover all topics. And this is true for research on mood or mental health issues in general. I therefore highly encourage you not to settle and talk to a doctor who really takes your concerns seriously. If you do decide to stop using hormonal birth control, I want you to keep in mind that it can take a while for your body to reach hormonal balance after quitting. Please be patient with yourself and give your body the best possible chance of healing by focusing on your diet and lifestyle. So your hormonal profile post-pill may be different to someone else's, which is why I recommend working closely with a doctor or a nutritionist to come up with a plan that is tailored to your needs. Now, if you want to quit the pill, it's also important that you talk to your doctor beforehand so that they can do follow-up appointments. So regardless of what you choose to do, whether it is to stay on the pill or quit, here are 5 things that you can do to help improve your mood. Number 1, vitamin B6 and tryptophan. The first thing I want to mention that I also touched on in my nutrition video is that the pill depletes vitamins and minerals, and one of them is vitamin B6. Now, vitamin B6 is very important, especially for our mood, because it helps our body make serotonin, which regulates our emotions. Some experts believe that the vitamins and minerals depleted by the pill, and especially B6, may be one of the main reasons why women on the pill experience mood symptoms. In addition to this, studies have found that the pill can have an effect on how we process an amino acid called tryptophan. Let's talk about tryptophan for 1 second. Tryptophan is an amino acid that is used to make serotonin, which is important for mood, and melatonin, which is important for sleep. It also makes something called kynurenic acid, which is a brain-protecting chemical. Vitamin B6 plays a role in both of these pathways. So vitamin B6 is involved in the production of serotonin, melatonin, and kynurenic acid. Now, normal tryptophan metabolism, like we see in this illustration, is important for our mental well-being, and any problems with these pathways can mean problems with mood. One study found that women on the pill had reduced kynurenic acid and showed signs of inflammation, both of which have been linked to depression. You can find tryptophan in foods such as oatmeal and sunflower seeds, which also makes a great breakfast. Sprinkle some bananas on there and you have a great B6 and tryptophan combo going on. Now, something to think about when eating tryptophan is that research shows that the amino acid is better absorbed when eating a carbohydrate-rich meal. Also keep in mind that vitamin B6 don't get stored very easily in the body, which means that we should regularly eat foods containing B6. I also recommend taking extra measures to make sure you're getting enough of the other vitamins and minerals that are depleted by the pill. If you want more information on this, you can watch my video about hormonal birth control and nutrition, which I will leave a link for in the description. Number 2, take care of your gut. Now, as we talked about in this video, there is a link between gut microbiome and how we feel, and having a healthy gut can really help with your mood. So if you feed the right gut bacteria with high fiber whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, it can really help to balance out your bacteria in your gut, which then can have a positive effect on your mood. And I get it, often when we're depressed, the last thing we want to do is spend time cooking a healthy meal. And that's why I think it's so important that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just work with what you can do, and that is good enough. Try to eat a few pieces of ripe fruit a day, and if you can't be bothered to make a salad, then just eat their veggies in their whole state. You know, there's nothing wrong with snacking on a cucumber or a bell pepper. And also try to limit processed foods to a minimum. Number 3, omega-3. Omega-3s are important for our brain function, and it can also have anti-inflammatory effects, which is why it is often used in nutrition therapy when dealing with depressed patients. Now, there are different types of omega-3s, but the one our brain seems to prefer the most is DHA, which originates in marine algae. Number 4, turmeric. Remember what I said earlier about hormonal birth control and inflammation? Now, tip number 2 and 3 are already helping you out in the inflammation department. But since hormonal birth control can cause inflammation, it's not a bad idea to take extra measures. And that's when turmeric comes in. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties when combined with black pepper. And number 5, vitamin D. We get vitamin D from the sun, which is why we also call it the sunshine vitamin. I know that in many places, especially in Norway where I'm from, in the winter, it's very hard to get enough sun exposure. So depending on where you live, you might think about your vitamin D intake, because low vitamin D can worsen depression symptoms. Now, before you go and buy a supplement, make sure to go to your GP and check your levels, and your GP will then recommend a supplement if necessary. As an added bonus, I thought I could mention exercise, because it goes hand in hand with healthy eating. In addition to all the wonderful benefits of exercise for hormonal stability and well-being, it's also an excellent mood booster because it gives you endorphins. Now, if you don't feel like going to the gym, you can do a 5 to 10 minute home exercise, or you can go for a walk. Okay, so that is all I had for today. I really hope that you got some value from this video, and if you did, you can subscribe for more videos like this. My love goes out to all of you who are currently struggling with depression. I wish you the best of luck, and I know that it can get better. And I can never say this enough, don't forget to seek help. It can save your life. Okay, now take care, and I will see you soon.